This is from Dawg Pound Daily. 5 Browns who need a dominant training camp to survive the cutdown day. Demetric Felton is one of them. They go number 2, Anthony Schwartz. Not sure about that one. Dearness Johnson, maybe a trade candidate. Tony Fields, a linebacker who was injured last year. Tommy Togiai, a defensive tackle. I think, Bush, I think Johnson and Schwartz have some value. I think Anthony Schwartz, I think they think he's going to have a big year. That's the reason you haven't seen Will Fuller signed here. Is they think real highly of Anthony Schwartz.
I mean, he's the fastest dude in the world or something. Like, I think he legitimately, if they had like races, I think he would like really win all of them. But I mean, that doesn't have much to do with running routes and getting open. But I think they like him a lot too. And there's something to be said for the guys that they have. Tony Fields is another one of those guys. He was actually a safety at Arizona, went to West Virginia, and became like one of those hybrids. He's like the poor man's JOK in college, right? You know, fast guy, around in the box, can cover, can do a lot of different other things. I actually think he's going to have a pretty good camp. I'm waiting to see. The camp battles for me is Phillips versus Tony Fields. I'm looking at Bell versus Schwartz, and I'll throw Grant in that mix too, because Anthony Schwartz was supposed to be our punt returner, kick returner. They went and got another dude, so they said, hey, Anthony, we don't need that. Grant has that. So now you concentrate on your route running, being able to getting out of breaks and catching the football when it's thrown to you. We got that camp battle right there. And I also think I've been seeing a lot of Hudson and Hubbard, right? You know, you take a look at Hudson, the guy out of Cincinnati. I think they want to I like his athletic build. He looks like a guy. He looks the part. He has good feet. Used to be a former defensive lineman out of Michigan, and he transferred, went to Cincinnati, became his offensive tackle. He had a tough issue. He has a few issues last year. I think him and Hubbard will be battling for some of those positions. And then I'm looking at another camp guy that everybody is looking at is Nick Harris, right? You know, if you say, who's the weak link in the offensive line? You had to say him because you haven't seen much of him. I know him building the Browns. They put about 20 pounds on him. They kind of, molded him as the guy that they want to take over. But, I mean, J.C. Treader was a solid center. So, but one thing, you can't have 100 dudes that's making $100 million. Some of these guys got to develop. Some 3rd or 4th rounders and 5th rounders got to develop. And if you want to call them the Steelers or the Patriots or the Ravens or traditional teams, you got to find these dudes where they turn on the tape and say, where did the Browns get that guy from? You need about 3 of those, and then you'll be at that next level.
Yeah, I agree wholeheartedly. And it appears they're starting to get to that point where they're going to get guys late in the draft that can play.